How's your relationship with money? Is it good? Are you besties? In this video, I want to talk about your money consciousness and how your relationship with money may be messing around with the money in your bank. My name's Ruth Ellen, and you've just entered onto one of the S.H.E channel's videos on the success principle. We're doing a series really going through each success principle to help you expand, to get from where you are to where you want to be, which is the whole premise of the success principles. And the whole premise of this channel is to help you shift, heal, and expand. So that's why we're doing this series, because that's what we want for you. My name's Ruth Ellen, and I'm an alignment coach, and I help people to truly heal so that they can show up unapologetically in their business and truly be the badasses that they was born to be and be themselves with no apologies. So in this video, we're talking about money consciousness. We're talking about how we can build better relationships with your money, because success principle number 56 is all about that. And it's an important topic. It's a topic that affects everybody, not just because you are wealthy or not. It's actually something that wealthy people struggle with as well. And so in the beginning of the video, I'm going to talk about what money consciousness is and how to increase it. And then I'm going to talk about the 3 steps Jack Canfield recommends. And then I'm going to talk about some other 2 things that are going to help you accelerate. So stay tuned until the end, because you really want to learn how to accelerate the process of really having a great relationship with your money, because you want to be able to manifest, create money, generate wealth, not just once, but on a consistent basis, because actually wealthy and feeling wealthy is all about consistent income. It isn't about that one-off money. And that's why you see so many people generate money just like that and actually lose it just like that, because when money is built up in a way that's actually conducive to the individual, it's a thing that stays there with that person more consistently. You build wealth slowly, you lose it slowly, or it's one of those things. Anyway, I'm rambling, and I really want to get into the context. So money consciousness, what is that? It's your relationship with money. It's how you perceive money. If you perceive money in a way that's going to be helpful to you. For example, do you have beliefs that are possibly stopping you from truly building wealth? Not just being rich, right? Not just having money, but being wealthy, generational wealth, which can help you make an impact in this lifetime, as well as the lifetimes of the future when you're not even here anymore. That's what we're talking about here. Does your belief stem from things like believing that money doesn't grow on trees? Perhaps you grew up thinking that because that's what you was told. Do you believe that money is scarce and you must treat it with respect, and you must make sure that, you must spend it all at once? Do those beliefs come into your system as well? Generally, as a hypnotherapist, what I take my clients through is looking at their belief system and where those belief systems came from, so we can change them. And so your belief system around money could be really unconscious. It could be really one of those things that you're not even aware of, right? And so the first thing you're going to do, the 3 tips I'm going to share with you, the first thing you're going to do is write down your beliefs about money. It doesn't matter if you believe they're positive or negative, because let's face it, they've served you to an extent. You're here right now. So you're going to write down your beliefs, no matter if you believe them to be real, strong, and true or not. Your job is to literally just write them down. It's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to write down all the beliefs you have about money, how you feel about money, what you say about money, what you hear about money. That's going to be all written down. The second thing you're going to do after that is you're going to challenge those beliefs. You're actually going to look at them for what they are, face value, just read them out loud, because sometimes when you read things out loud, it actually helps you to break that vow, break that belief, break that tie. So you're going to read it out loud. You're going to write it, but you're obviously going to read it out loud, but you're going to then challenge it for what it is. Does it make sense to you? Is that true? Is that helpful, right? You're going to challenge them in a friendly way, because at the end of the day, you're going to be compassionate to yourself, because at the end of the day, you only know what you know. And when you get a greater awareness and you shift your perspective and you learn to expand, you're just on a different level, and you shift, and you want to do it gently, because what happens when you kind of do it much more aggressively, much more negatively, much more with judgment, you fall into the trap of going to the dark night of the soul, because it's almost like the shift is a shame-fueled shift. And we don't want that for you. So be gentle with yourself about challenging that belief. The first thing you're going to do is then take the belief that you have, that you wrote in on the first step, and then actually reverse it. Find the opposite of that. Find the thing that's much more empowering for you. And sometimes people use I am as an affirmation because that helps them. I've evolved my thinking with that, and I use the word you can, you are. Because when you say I am, we're talking about the 3D world. We're talking about us now in this soul. When you say you are wealthy, you are beautiful, you are affluent, we're talking to our soul. We're doing soul talk, and that's the difference, and that's going to help you on a deeper level. Now, these are all tips. These are things that you can use that's helped me to really shift my perspective around money. There's so many money mindset things that I work on a regular basis. And sometimes I will work on them and I'll see like £1,000 manifest in literally days after. And other times there might be ones that are slower to be kind of knocked down. And so going through this process will help you to see consistent shifts and consistent results. So again, first of all, you're going to write it down. Second step is you're going to challenge that belief in a gentle way, because you are not the enemy. Your beliefs are not the enemy. They're just educational lessons. They're messages from the universe. The third thing you're going to do is shift that belief by incorporating a new belief that's going to be helpful to your future. Right? So those are the 3 things you're going to do. Those are the 3 steps you're going to take again and again and again when the belief comes up. And you're going to work through the beliefs that you've written down that you are aware of. There's other beliefs that you're not aware of. So what you're going to do is have a book, carry it around. Whenever time you have a new belief, you're going to be able to just put it in there. And I'm going to deal with you later type mindset. Now, let's talk about accelerating this process. Let's talk about shifting this so you're going to get more results. Okay. So it's helpful to use affirmations, because that's what we're talking about here, right? When we do the 1, 2, 3 step, we're going to be using affirmations to replace the old beliefs with new beliefs. But what's even more helpful is to actually release the beliefs. And so I use emotional freedom technique as a practitioner. I tap on the meridian points and I work through those things, and I do that with my clients. I also use hypnotherapy because you can reprogram the subconscious mind. And I also encourage them to use neuroplasticity as well in their everyday, so that they're creating new neural pathways. So there's a few things that you can do. But in terms of releasing, it's asking yourself questions. What would my life look like if I no longer believe this? Where in my life is this 100% true? And then you're releasing because you're actually breaking down the lie. And so the questions are things as well could be, what would I need to believe about myself in order for this belief to be true? And then you're going to basically, you're peeling away things. You're going to see the answers come up and you're going to be like, interesting, that's not true. And then you're going to get revelation and breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. Again, do it in a gentle way, because you are not the enemy. Once you've kind of done this release work and you've really gone in deep and you've journaled away and you've asked yourself some questions that are going to help you to break through and have your next breakthrough, what needs to happen is for you to start to create your new future. So we're talking about visualizing what you want instead. Now, you already know what you don't want because you're living it every day sometimes, right? And you've written it down and you've seen what release work you're doing, but how do you amplify what you do want? You use that amazing imagination you have and you move forward with that. You visualize. Creative visualization, right? You use sound, you smell, you use touch, and you visualize. You imagine the new life in your new reality. There's some really cool tools and tricks you can use to visualize that can make it easy for you as well. For example, going into a familiar room and imagine in that room you've got a wad full of money. Imagine in that particular room that you go in and you can pick up things that are next to maybe your ketchup bottle, because that's where your ketchup bottle is, so it just makes it easier. Holding on to a feeling for 60 seconds, just 60 seconds of holding on to feeling when you manifest and receive that you ask for, that you want in your life. There's so many great tools you can use, and there's lots of law of attraction books you could use, but in terms of money consciousness, the first thing I always advise you to do is, first of all, look at the beliefs. Look at the beliefs. And then from there, you can start to create new beneficial energy that's going to support your new normal. So that's success principle number 56. Yesterday I said success principle number 54 for a video that was 55. So let me be clear, this is 56. And this is going to be helping you to really develop a positive money consciousness. You're talking about having a better relationship with money, treating money as an ally, not an enemy. Treating money as a support system. Treating money as an energetic piece within your realm, not the master. Money is not your master. Once you shift the way that you think about money, once you shift the way you feel about money, once you shift the way you behave around money, you'll see a huge difference. Again, this is a success principle. So if it's a principle, you need to install a habit. This is a lifelong learning type thing. It won't happen overnight, but what will happen is when you purposefully put this in your routine, whether that's the morning, whether that's the evening, and you purposefully have it as a habit that is actually attached to whatever you do already. For example, you could have a trigger. So every time you spend money, you could say a certain word. And there's so many great masterclasses and things that are going to benefit you that we probably might talk about a little bit later, but just to keep this really focused on point. This is all about raising your consciousness about your money, how you're treating money, how you're receiving money. So I hope this served you. I hope it helped you to just think from a different perspective, because if it has, then that means you've managed to shift, and that means you're ready to heal, and then you're going to see the expansion. My name's Ruth Ellen. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Remember, if you found any value in this video, then thumbs it up, subscribing, and ringing that notification bell so when I do put another video up, you're the first to know. And also sharing this out and commenting be really helpful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. And success principle number 57 is next on the playlist, so do go check it out when I upload it. Thank you.